Hi everyone. In this lesson we're going to learn what we can do with our C scale. Now that we know the 7 notes in the C scale, we can assign chords and numbers to each note. The scale is also used to build these chords that we are learning. So the C scale again contains the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So we could go ahead and number the notes of the scale. Probably the most important note in the key or scale is the first note, in this case the C. This is called the tonic note. It's probably the most important note because that's what the melody is always trying to resolve back to. It's kind of like wanting to come home or getting home or scoring a run in baseball. If you want to know what scale or key a song is, most of the time it will be the last note of the song. For example, Twinkle Twinkle. C, G, A, G, F, E, D, and then C. Not always, but most of the time this is the case. We can also use this numbering system to number the chords in our scales. Each major scale has 6 basic chords. 3 of them are major, which is the 1st, 4th, and 5th of the scale. So that would be the C, F, and G. There are also 3 minor chords in each scale. That would be the 2nd, 3rd, and 6th notes of the scale. So that would be D minor, E minor, and A minor. We've learned A minor. We'll get to D and E minor at another lesson. Notice the 7th note, the B, makes up a diminished chord, and we rarely use that, so we're not going to talk about that at this time. So if we're playing a song with the C, G, A minor, and F chord progression, which are the chords in the verse of Let It Be, we could refer to it by the numbers. When we played it in that order, it would be called a 1, 5, 6 minor, 4 progression. Studio musicians use this system because it makes it easier if they choose to change the key of the song. For instance, if they wanted to raise it to the key of D or E, they would just know what the numbers of the chords are in each scale, and they would know how to transpose it easier. This system has actually been around since the 1700s. But today it's referred to as the Nashville Numbering System, which was developed by Neal Matthews Jr. in the 1950s. So the other thing that we can use the scale for is to learn how to make all of our chords that are in the scale. Remember, we always talked about the 1st, 3rd, and 5th note, or 1st, 3rd, and 5th finger when we were playing chords. So right here with all these notes, I just extended the scale a little bit to add C when it would start over on count 1. Then D would be 2 and 3 and so on. So if we remember, the C chord was made of the 1st, 3rd, and 5th note of the scale. So if we looked at the 1st, 3rd, and 5th, that means our chord was a C, E, and a G. Now if we move to the F and we looked at the 1st, 3rd, and 5th note from that point, it would be F, A, and C. If we started with the G note and did the 1st, 3rd, and 5th note from this starting point, it'd be G, B, and D. And to find our A chord, again we start on the A and we do the 1st, 3rd, and 5th note. If we start on the D, our D minor chord would be D, F, and A. Our E minor would be 1st, 3rd, and 5th, E, G, and B. The other thing that we didn't talk about is that the left hand also could play the same chords that the right hand has been playing. For instance, your C, your F, your G, and A minor. However, in the style that I'm showing, we're primarily going to be using the left hand to play bass notes. So I hope this helps you understand the theory part a little bit more on forming chords. It may seem a little confusing right now, but with time it'll make a lot more sense. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.